What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to FBA Capital. And today I'm bringing you guys another daily range case study on none other than NAS100. Sorry, I looked over. I was looking at my dog. He was making noises while eating his little toy that he got. But with that being said, let's get right on into this daily range case study. So the first thing we're going to do is what we always do. We're going to get the previous day's high, the previous day's low. Okay. Not sure why that popped up. The previous day's low right here. We're also going to get the previous day's Asian session range. So from 18 o'clock all the way to midnight, that is going to be our Asian session range that we're going to be using. So from here, it's a pretty small range. Then we're going to get the 12 a.m. open right here. This feels so delayed? Is anything open? There's just quite a few things. I'm not sure why this feels so delayed. All right, I think we good. So now that we have the 3-point outline, there's going to be a few areas in price I want you guys to pay attention to. I want you to pay attention to this high, this low, come a little bit lower, this low, and that's going to be the main areas in my opinion, because for the most part you can see once price started to drop, it just continued to drop. Not really much happened after that retracement wise. It just basically fell off into the face of the earth. And if you go all the way up to here, to my higher time frame analysis, this was an analysis that I did have. We have this fib that I drew from this high from about 15,530, and I drew it to this low. And you can see, if you zoom on in, you can see price tapped into this 62% multiple times. Tapped one, one, two, and then from there it dropped and then never closed above this 38.20% level. And as you can see, now price is coming down into this 13,700 area that I was targeting for this week. And now we're going to see if we can start to get some expansion. And in my opinion, I think we will start to push bullishly this week, in my opinion. But it is about to be Friday in about 10 minutes. So we'll see how this week ends. I think we'll probably just either continue dropping to maybe come down to a little bit lower. And by dropping, I mean we might have a retracement tonight, London session, and then potentially keep on dropping. So we will see. But based off of this, I'm going to see what happens. But now we're going to go back to here, and there's going to be a few areas in price I want you to pay attention to. I want you to pay attention to this low here. Why is this low important? Because for one, this is the London session low that ran below the Asian session lows and cleared that liquidity. And I thought this was going to be my potential low of the day before we had this major drop. So right in here, I personally thought we were going to have a continuation move after price retraced into this bullish order block. We reacted. Also retraced into the Asian session high, and we cleared these lows. So I personally thought we were going to continue bullishly, and I thought this was going to be our low of the day. But as you can see, that is not what happened. So this low is going to be important because, for one, when we have bearish reversals like this, or just New York reversals overall, you always want to target the London session low. So we're going to annotate this. This is the London session low. This is the London session low. So what does that tell me? It tells me, for one, I'm ideally going to be looking for this to be a target if I'm overall looking to short, and if I'm overall looking for a bearish New York reversal. That's one thing. So this is somewhere that I would target. Since the Asian range low is already cleared, this would be my target. But if you know me and you know what I always say about the New York reversals, you always want to target either the Asian session highs or lows or the London session highs or lows. And as you can see, the London session low is targeted, and that's why this is an area of importance. But now we're going to look up here. We have the high of the day that we got at 9:30. After what? Price tapped into this 15-minute bearish order block right in here. Boom. Tapped into that 15-minute bearish order block at 9:30. And also, we didn't tap into the 14,300 level, but that is right at this high right up here. But I'm not gonna put it there just because it's blocking this previous high, and I personally don't want it to block that. But I will mark up this 14,250 area right here. So this mid-figure level. So we have 14,250 right there. We didn't tap into 300, so I'm just gonna annotate that. So we're gonna say we have the high today at 9:30 a.m. at rejected the 15-minute order block along with 14,250 mid-figure rejection. And from here, prices overall dropped and they just melted to shit. Now, why did it melt though? That's the main thing you guys are probably wondering. But like I said, I went over earlier. Dude, this high that we have right in here, this high is right when price tapped into that 62% of this fib short for that second time, and that's what led price to overall expand to the downside. And if you come over here, if you go to say the 30-minute, you can see how this is a major wick. So even though on the 15-minute time frame we didn't have this clean movement, you can see that if you go to the 30-minute or the hour or the 4-hour, you can see that this is all just a wick on the other time frame. So it's to an extent that price did hold this level, this 14,200 level on a higher time frame. But if you just stick to the 15-minute time frame, it doesn't really show it. So it's kind of a rock and a hard place. But I will annotate that we did have a fib short, and I'm going to put in parentheses 30-minute and up because it's not on the 15-minute. Just like that. So we have the high of the day at 9:30 after we rejected the 15-minute order block, came below 14,250, had the fib short on a 30-minute time frame and higher, and from here price expanded, came all the way down, targeted the previous day's low. So right in here we had the previous day's low targeted. We didn't really have any false breaks of that low. We had the previous day's low targeted right here. Then price ran all the way below, and the lowest point in price we got was 13,650 mid-figure level right in here. So that is where we got the low of the day at what time? 20:45, which is about 8:45. So we have the low of the day at 8:45 p.m. We're gonna go to a higher time frame now to see those potential areas in which price traded into. So it looks like the range of this move is going to be from this low to this high. So we're going to pull a fib from there. So from this low all the way up to this high. Right in here. So from this high and this low, that is where we have our fib drawn. We give her this 38.20%. We're going to go back to that 15-minute time frame. And look at that. The price tap right into it. Oh, look at that rejection. Look at that. To the pip, we had that 70.50% rejection on the fib long. Right there. And you can see that came right to the pip. That's kind of crazy. I'll move it over just a little bit. But it came right to the pip of this area. And that's where we have our low of the day, 8:45 p.m. at this fib long. And that's really it. Now we're going to get the schematic of what happened today. Nonetheless, we had the Asian session range. London session came, cleared the lows. Then we started expanding to the top side. New York session created that high. From here, price expanded all the way to the downside. So this is an example of a bearish New York reversal. And even though I did personally think we were going to get this bullish London continuation right in here, because if you look at it, not hindsight, but as price was printing this way, if you would have pulled your fib from here to here, you've seen the rejection you were having. You were also rejecting this order block, the Eastern session high, and you were in this uptrend already. A lot of the things were on my side for that trade, but it is what it is. One trade a day will keep poverty away, and if you're winning at least. But if you have at least a 50% win rate, majority of the time you will be a consistently profitable trader. But with that being said, today was a pretty bearish day, not gonna lie. It is Thursday. We're going on to Friday in about 2 minutes, but hopefully this video was helpful in any way, shape, or form. If it was, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and also make sure you share the video with a friend if you found it helpful. I enjoy doing these videos for you guys because, for one, they benefit me because I'm able to get these daily ranges and put them in my basically in my just data of all the charts and every single day, what happens every single day. And why would I not try to help you guys also? So if you don't have this screenshot, make sure you take this screenshot. But if you don't want to take the screenshot, make sure you join the Telegram. I will be sending this inside of the Telegram to everybody else in there, all of the 300 plus members. So if you're not in the Telegram, make sure you do so and join. It is free. The link is in the description. Active in every day. Send my live trades, and everyone else sends your trades also. And it's just a good community if you want like-minded individuals. But with that being said, make sure you stay motivated by the fear of being average. And I'll see you all tomorrow morning for my live trading session. And I'll see you all soon.